The brain, neuroscience, and imaging, a journey through cognitive function and consciousness. Introduction. The human brain, a complex and intricate organ, governs everything from intelligence and memory to behavior and consciousness. This article explores the neuroscience behind brain function, using case studies like Phineas Gage to illustrate key principles. Advances in brain imaging have revolutionized our understanding, shedding light on how different regions interact to shape cognition and decision-making. Case study, Phineas Gage, a landmark in cognitive neuroscience. One of the most famous cases in neuroscience is that of Phineas Gage. Imagine a man, a responsible, intelligent railroad worker, who, after a freak accident, undergoes a profound personality shift. Gage was using a tamping iron to pack explosives when a spark ignited the charge, sending the iron rod through his skull, piercing his frontal lobe. Astonishingly, he survived. However, while his memory and basic cognitive abilities remained intact, his personality drastically changed. He became impulsive, irritable, and reckless, a stark contrast to his former disciplined self. His doctor, John Harlow, noted that Gage's equilibrium or balance between his intellectual faculties and animal capacities seemed to have been destroyed. Before the injury, he was seen as a shrewd, smart businessman. Afterward, he was impatient, foul-mouthed, and unable to plan effectively. His friends even stated, he was no longer Gage. This case set the foundation for cognitive neuroscience, demonstrating functional specialization, the idea that different parts of the brain are responsible for specific functions. Damage to one area does not necessarily mean total cognitive decline but rather specific impairments. Think of it like a smartphone. If you crack the screen, your phone still works, but the way you interact with it changes. If the battery fails, the phone won't turn on, but all its internal data is still there. Similarly, brain injuries do not wipe away cognitive abilities but can alter how they function. Brain anatomy and its specialized functions. The brain is divided into different lobes, each with its own specialized role. Frontal lobe governs planning, decision-making, and impulse control. Think of it as your internal manager, ensuring you stay on task. Temporal lobe handles auditory processing and memory. It's like your brain's hard drive for storing sound and past experiences. Parietal lobe processes sensory input and spatial awareness, helping you judge distances, like knowing how far to reach for a cup. Occipital lobe, responsible for vision, working like the processing unit of a camera. The corpus callosum acts as a bridge between the brain's two hemispheres. Damage to this structure can lead to split brain phenomena, where each hemisphere functions independently, demonstrating the lateralization of brain function. Imagine being in a car with two drivers, each controlling one side of the vehicle without being able to communicate. That's what happens when the corpus callosum is severed. Each hemisphere starts working independently. The triune brain and evolutionary structure. The triune brain theory proposes that our brain has evolved in layers. Reptilian brain, brainstem, manages survival functions like breathing and heart rate. Think of it as the factory settings of your body running on autopilot. Limbic system processes emotions and assigns value to stimuli. It's like the brain's spam filter, deciding what's important and what's not. Neocortex, cerebral cortex, enables higher-order thinking, language, and self-awareness, like the latest software upgrade that allows complex problem-solving. The amygdala scans for threats and triggers fear responses. The ventral striatum processes pleasure, motivating actions toward rewards like food or social interaction. The orbital frontal cortex integrates emotions with decision-making, helping regulate impulses. Have you ever stopped at a red light in an empty town, even when no one was watching? That's not just logic, it's your conscience at work, shaped by emotional conditioning and reinforcement over time. Advancements in brain imaging, from X-rays to functional MRI. Early imaging techniques. X-rays, 1895 limited in brain research due to skull density. Pneumoencephalography, 1950s, 60s involved injecting air into the brain's ventricles for better contrast, an incredibly painful procedure, like inflating a balloon inside your head. CAT scans, 1960s enabled 3D reconstruction of brain structures using computational algorithms. Modern imaging techniques. MRI, magnetic resonance imaging uses magnetic fields to create high-resolution brain images. fMRI, functional MRI tracks blood flow to infer brain activity, visualizing which areas activate during specific tasks. Diffusion tensor imaging, DTI maps neural wiring by tracking water molecule movement in axons. Think of DTI as a city's subway map. It shows how different regions, stations, are connected and where the flow of traffic, neural signals, is strongest. The future of neuroscience, high-resolution mapping and AI integration. Cutting-edge research in optical imaging allows us to see brain circuits at an unprecedented level. Scientists like Carl Diceroth have developed transparent brain techniques, enabling the visualization of neural connections in 3D. Imagine taking a car engine apart but keeping all the wires in place. That's what transparent brain imaging does, allowing us to see neural networks in real time. Future advancements may integrate AI to analyze complex brain patterns, refining therapeutic approaches for mental health and neurological disorders. Key takeaways. The brain's specialized regions regulate distinct cognitive and emotional functions. Damage to areas like the ventromedial prefrontal cortex disrupts emotional regulation, as seen in Phineas Gage. Modern imaging techniques like MRI and fMRI have revolutionized neuroscience but come with limitations. Functional specialization remains a key principle in understanding brain behavior. The future of neuroscience lies in high-resolution imaging and AI-assisted analysis to deepen our knowledge of consciousness and cognition. By studying cases like Phineas Gage and leveraging modern imaging, we continue to unravel the intricate mechanisms of the human brain, bringing us closer to understanding the foundation of thought, behavior, and consciousness.